Alright, I just wanted to help some people out here with these newer rescue traps that don't seem to work as well. If you're like me, you hate wasps, Yellowjackets. I've bought their older traps, had great success in the fall. I've always attacked the Yellowjacket wasp problem when it's began to be a problem rather than in the early spring. So this year I bought a bunch of these newer traps. They're two-tiered. There's a lower compartment with the cone, and then there's an upper compartment where you're supposed to pour water, and there's another attractant. That water evaporates pretty quickly. I caught nothing. The older traps weren't catching anything either. I put them up in early May. In early June, the attractant seemed to become effective, and the old trap has actually started working pretty well. This is about 2 days worth since I changed the attractant. I got about 8 in there. Large size Yellowjackets. The newer trap, I got nothing. I actually watched one go in and it crawled right back out. Another one went in, it crawled right back out. So these are completely ineffective compared to the old traps. And I'm going to show you a method I use to actually fix this problem. So as I mentioned before, it seems to be the cone. This newer cone is a lot smaller than the cone in the older traps that were much more effective. You can get the older traps, I believe they're cheaper, they work a lot better. But if you're like me and you bought some of these newer traps and don't seem to be doing as well as you should, what I was able to do is, as you can see on the top of this cone, I applied some double-sided adhesive tabs. I just bought mine from Ace Hardware. You could probably use double-sided tape too. My store didn't have double-sided tape, that's what I ended up buying. I got 3 on there, and so the next thing I'm going to do, once you have 3 of those positioned at the top, you're just going to want some regular, I'm using packaging tape, but regular tape, any old tape should probably work as well too. So I'm taking some standard packaging tape, and what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to take the non-sticky side and adhere that to the other part, so that when the wasp is inside, or the Yellowjacket's inside the trap, they're going to feel the sticky part. When they climb up in, they're not. That's kind of the goal here. So I finished putting the tape on. As you can see, it's sticky when it's on the inside of the cone, but the wasp is going to be able to crawl up in there and not feel any stickiness on its legs. And I'm going to show you the results of doing this. As far as attractant goes, I mentioned I couldn't catch anything in the early spring. I'm talking like May. I saw them flying around, but they weren't going for this bait. Here's the bait I usually use. It's the standard rescue attractant. It seems like the 10-week supply is a lot better of a deal than the 2-week supply, or even the 4-week supply. I got these for a little under $6 at Walmart. It was the cheapest place I could find them. You might be able to find them cheaper somewhere else. It seems to be working well now in early June. I just had one defective trap. So if you guys know of something that catches them in early spring, that would be great. Please let me know in the comments. I tried meat, just so you know. I don't know what type of meat. I read online meat works well. I tried all sorts of types of meat, and I had 0 success. So let me know if you find something better. I'll show you the results of the modified newer trap. So it's been 1 day since I modified this trap as sort of an experiment, and it seems to have worked pretty well. As I said before, these were actually, the wasps were getting trapped and then crawling all the way up and crawling right back out. I watched it happen a few times. As you can see, I actually have 2 dead wasps, so I'm pretty happy with this little trick. And if you ended up buying these traps, hopefully this will help you out. Thanks.